As you may already know, the Pro Series systems support over-the-air firmware updates. These firmware updates can be performed anytime on demand while it is connected to Wi-Fi. If the system only has cellular for communication, you'll need to wait 24 to 48 hours for Residio to push the firmware update to the panel. The first maintenance release, called MR1, is revision 1.26.25. This maintenance release contains several fixes and improvements identified during the initial product release. We recommend that you always update the firmware in the systems you are installing after registration. You can continue to program the system while the firmware is being updated in the background. These fixes include, but are not limited to the following. First, the Pro 6 Mini 2 will report a low battery condition, even when the battery is not low. MR1 will update the firmware in these devices and correct this problem without the need of replacing the sensor or battery. Some Pro 6 smoke detectors will report an incorrect sensitivity issue, referred to as high maintenance. The smoke detector is not defective, but does need a firmware update to calculate its sensitivity level correctly. MR1 will deliver this firmware update. As with the Pro 6 Mini 2, the Pro 6 Smoke will need to receive their firmware update after the panel firmware is updated. This is automatic, but also sequential. Therefore, the trouble or low battery conditions will not clear immediately. Maybe the most reported issue that was addressed was that of the system battery showing low, and not clearing for 12 to 24 hours, even with a good charge. MR1 addresses this problem and once applied, will clear immediately. MR1 also corrects an issue where it takes an extended period of time for the panel tamper to restore, after the system has been secured on its base. Finally, MR1 improves the overall performance of Z-Wave connectivity and functionality. However, you may still notice that some Z-Wave locks may not receive their user code transfer. This issue will be addressed soon, and will definitely be corrected in the next maintenance release, called MR2. You can verify the firmware version of your system using the AlarmNet 360 app, or website. When using the website, locate the account, and scroll down the account overview screen to the panel section. Here you can see the firmware version. If it needs to be updated, click Upgrade. To the right you will notice, Device Firmware Details, and if any devices have updates available. Click View Details, to see which devices need an update. Notice the status of one device is in progress. You can refresh the screen to see if the status has changed. If devices are pending, and none are in progress, click Update Device Firmware to cause the system to begin updating the sensors.